Hey guys, what's going on? In this video, we're gonna talk about learning how to dance salsa so you can avoid embarrassing yourself on the dance floor, because I know that's happened to me. And hopefully, if you're looking for the fastest way to get out on the dance floor with confidence, this is the way to do it. So let's jump right into it. My name is Herman. I'm a salsa dance instructor from salsaninja.com, and I've helped a lot of beginners. But before I started dancing, I was completely embarrassed because I'm Latin, I had two left feet, and I just thought that I would never be able to learn how to dance. I thought that I was hopeless. My grandma, when I was very little, she tried teaching me a couple of dance steps. She played some music and she told me, all right, you gotta feel the music, you gotta move your hips, shake your shoulders, you gotta do the steps, and she started dancing and I couldn't keep up, and I thought, wow, like, this is silly, this is dumb, and I don't want to do it. And from that day, I thought to myself, okay, I guess dancing is not my thing, and I just have two left feet and I'll never be able to get good at it or anything. So I thought that I was just hopeless. But fast forward a couple of years, I was in high school. I was going to this 15 parties, which are 15-year-old parties for little kids in the Latin community. And I remember being there at these parties and just being terrified of going out on the dance floor. There were a couple of kids who knew what they were doing, especially these two kids that when the music came on, when the salsa music came on, I mean, the whole dance floor cleared except for these two kids. And then they were the only ones who knew how to dance salsa. And then what happened is girls started lining up to dance with them. And that day I realized that dancing is not stupid, that I needed to learn how to dance. I thought, I want to learn how to do that. I want to have girls lining up to dance with me like that. And one day, actually, that kid, one of the kids, actually came up to me and saw that I was watching him, and he said to me, it was me and a group of other kids who were watching him, and he said, hey, do you guys want to learn the basics? And he starts teaching us, and I thought, yes, I'm gonna learn the secret to this. I'm gonna have girls lining up to dance with me. And he starts going over the basic steps, and I just couldn't get it. And in that moment, I thought, he went over for about 5 minutes, and at some point when he saw that we just couldn't get it, I mean, a couple of kids got it, but I just couldn't get it. He stopped and he left, and I felt like I had missed my chance. I thought, this is what I need to learn, and I just want to do this. I could have girls lining up to dance with me, and on top of that, back then I used to be this really shy kid, and I felt like if I could learn how to dance, that would give me more confidence. And so, again, fast forward many years later, I had graduated high school, and I had taken some time off from school. I had 6 months before college started, and that was the time when I finally decided to take some salsa lessons. Reluctantly, I thought about it for a really long time. I thought about it for a month of me thinking to myself, I'm terrible at dancing. I feel like I'm shy, I'm introverted, I have two left feet, and I wanted to conquer this. I wanted to become more charismatic. I wanted to be more outgoing. I wanted to have more confidence in myself. And so I thought dancing would be a good opportunity because it's a social thing. So I thought, if I go to a salsa class, I'm going to be exposed to other people, and it's going to be a great way to step out of my shell. And on top of that, I'm going to get a good skill out of it, learning how to dance. And so that's what I did. I just convinced myself after a month of thinking, what if I go over there and I step all over somebody's feet and I make a fool of myself? What if I trip and fall or something like that happens to me? Anyway, after I convinced myself, eventually I found an instructor who made things simple and who made things easy. I went to a local dance school at the time, and the first class actually went really well, meaning I survived. I didn't do amazing, but I realized it wasn't as terrible. The teacher was able to break things down into simple steps and make things very easy for me to follow. And at that time, that was mind blowing for me, because I thought I was never gonna be a dancer, I was never gonna learn to dance. I was never gonna be able to step out on the dance floor and enjoy myself. And when I had this teacher that was able to break things down, I'm very logical, so he kind of broke it down into steps, little baby steps, and gave me a formula. And I followed the formula, and I started getting better and started progressing, and the class started becoming more fun because I started getting better, and all of a sudden I was able to do one move, a couple of moves, and it was just exciting to be able to progress and to be able to feel like you're conquering something. And my confidence started going up little by little. I started to talk to the people in class. I started becoming just slightly more outgoing, and that progressed. And I started taking lessons, and since that first class, I didn't stop for about 9 months of me just going to classes. Anyway, I remember the first party that I went to after I'd just been there for about a month, and the instructor tells us like, hey, there's this monthly party that we're throwing for our students. You guys should show up. You've been here for a couple of weeks. A couple of moves. Come out and try it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I remember going over there being terrified, thinking to myself, okay, having flashbacks of all the time that I was embarrassed to dance, and being at a party and like sitting out on the corner watching everybody have fun while I was just sitting there. And I remember that thinking to myself like, I don't know if I'm ready. Feeling like that feeling in your stomach when you feel nervous. And I just remember the drive over there being so like, I was so anxious. Anyway, I showed up. The party was awesome. There were a lot of great dancers over there. It was extremely intimidating at the beginning, because I saw everybody was really good and all I had was just a couple of moves. I was a complete beginner. But luckily I found these two girls that were in class and who were going to the same dance school that I was going to, who were just a couple of higher levels above me. And I thought to myself, like, okay, this is my chance to conquer all my fears. This is the time to do it. So I grabbed one of them. I asked them, hey, you remember me? I'm from class. Like, I'm a beginner. I want to practice. And that was the first salsa dance ever. I left that party. I danced like with 6 different people. I remember leaving like a champ after I danced with 6 different people. They were so nice, those girls, to put up with me and my little 3 moves that I was dancing. But just going through that experience, if you're in a place that you're feeling uncomfortable when you go out to the dance party, if you feel like if you want to enjoy yourself better, or if you want to just let loose out on the dance floor and not care, have the skills to be able to enjoy yourself and be able to ask anybody and feel confident in yourself, try salsa dancing. It's definitely going to help you out. It's definitely going to change your life like it did with me. At the very least, you're going to learn a skill and you're going to be able to get out on the dance floor and not worry like the people are going to look at you and think that you have 2 left feet. So definitely go try it out, okay? Thank you guys so much for listening. Leave this video a thumbs up and stick around for more salsa tutorials and salsa videos. See you soon.